Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of the Chelsea Road to Glory. And in the previous episode, we went over FC Fantasy Promo. This time, we're going to go over what they call the re-released campaign, which included showdowns. So there's that. But what I will say about the showdowns is that I don't know why EA doesn't just release a showdown like every week. For, big game, small game, doesn't matter. Just give us something. What would be better than a 75 rated card from a big club that gets like a +5 at the end, and the SBC is, I don't know, a gold squad, something. Just give us something. They don't have to be top tier, in my opinion. They just have to be present in the game. Easy to complete, that +5 boost, then add it on into an Evo. It could evolve into something much better than just the way the showdown went. It's an idea. It doesn't necessarily have to be executed, but I feel like showdowns, as much as they can be very expensive, because there was one showdown that I did not do. Spoilers, I did do Chilwell. Not spoilers, I didn't do Joao Felix. The reason I didn't do him is, one, I did have an Evo, and during that time, there was like a weird overlap where the showdown was still going on for birthday. So I had to say, hey, as much as this Joao Felix is probably going to be like super cracked, and then with the showdown Evo that came out, he might be even more cracked. I think it's better that I save all my fodder for something I can afford. So I did that, which means I don't have Joao Felix, which, that's unfortunate for us. Sterling we didn't get, Joao Felix we didn't get. We can't get all of these players. We just don't have the capacities for it sometimes. Sometimes we do, sometimes we don't. We're still working on Fernando Torres, the Makalele, SBC, spoiler alert. There's so many things that our father has to go to that at the time Joao Felix was just impossible, because I think the SBC value was over 800k, which is just too much for me, at least. I understand the grind method and the exchanges and the player picks and all that stuff, but player picks aren't always the best. Just in general, they're not always the best, especially when the floor is 80, 81. Now I get they can't do 82 plus or 83 plus and have them be as cheap as they are, with one rare and a couple of non-rares. But it's just the pack weight really determines how good these player picks are, because a lot of the stuff that we have untradeable is expensive to pack. Well, not expensive, but it's much more difficult to pack just because of the supply on the market. The player picks are influenced, I think, by the price on the market. So if a card is super expensive, that player pick is going to have that card as a higher difficulty, or a lower chance, however you want to say it, of getting that card. So the reason we see so many Sebastian Ahalers and Mats Homos is because they're the cheapest 83s or whatever, which I don't know if it's entirely true, but the way that I see this game, the way that I see the player prices and the player picks and how all of that stuff goes, especially with these 80s and 81s, I think that really influences a lot on how high or low your chances of getting something from the player picks. Obviously, we've had some luck. We've had 2 Lewandowskis, Sam Kerr in the past that I can recall. Sorry about the bump. Bernardo Silva, I think, is in this clip. We've had some good fodder, I will say, but that doesn't come around as often as we would need to finish Joao Felix. Obviously, if we grinded it out like super hard, dedicated, everything just goes, then sure, maybe we'd have a Joao Felix, but then we end up with like nothing in the club for everything else that's coming right after. And I think Torres still has 15 days. No, not 15. 50 days ish. So we will get him done. It's just gonna take some time, just because of all the stuff that we have to actually grind for, and objectives that we have to put in, and all those free packs from objectives, the players from the storyline or the season pass or whatever, battle pass that comes from. I will say the only unfortunate thing is our Evos can never be used as fodder, because they're players we want to Evo, obviously. A lot of people did that Bernardo Silva Evo for fodder. I think it was around the Thunderstruck promo. That basically, some people did on Conte, I did on Conte, but some people did it on Bernardo Silva just because it made him a 90 rated for free. Which, if you had Bernardo Silva, then, you could do that. But obviously getting him just to get a 90 rated fodder was, I think, the craziest decision you could have done. But anyways, I hope you're not wondering why Drogba, Eto'o are on the thumbnail. I just decided, it'd be nice to put on there. And this promo, I will say, I was during the editing process, I was thinking like, oh man, this promo was kind of mid, but now that I think about it, that Encore Icon SBC that came out was really legit. I think, like, it didn't feel super expensive. It felt like we could repeat it a bunch of times, and yes, I did do them a bunch of times just to see what I could get. I forget at the time what I was going for with the Encore pack, but I'm pretty sure I just wanted to hit like a Chelsea card. So yeah, that was the thought process with that back there. We just passed the Wayne Rooney, which I feel like kind of spoils a little bit of what's to come, because I tried my best to move the icons to the back. So there's a little bit of taste of what those Encore icon packs look like, which are not too terrible. We actually hit Rooney twice, and it was the different versions, which I kind of find hilarious. How EA didn't want to give me a duplicate. He just gave me two different Wayne Rooneys, so I got free. Well, not free fodder, obviously. I had to put some in there, but it was decent fodder for our SBCs. We did a lot of player picks, I will say. It was just rough to get through it. That's the thing with these player picks, is like you have to go through so much clicking and so much manual doing. And I know it sounds like I'm complaining about like the smallest thing in the world, but like it can get exhausting doing this. More exhausting sometimes than playing the gameplay at times. But I will say I don't complain about the gameplay too much nowadays, just because FUT Champs is every once in a blue moon if I want to grind for the Red Evo. Obviously I should still be doing FUT Champs just for the rewards, but I kind of don't feel that inclined to do it. Maybe once we get closer to Team of the Season, I might do it just to get the packs and stuff. But that during that time it's going to be very difficult to win games. But I think the main reason FUT Champs just started like dying off a little bit for me is those player picks are terrible. Like, I think of all the times we played FUT Champs that I showed you the rewards, they were not like worth anything. I don't remember the last time I got anything good. Which I guess, the more you do it, the more often you get something good. But it's much more easier for me to just like grind out Evos and stuff to get something that I actually want for the club. And the tour at the end of this game is going to be insane. I will tell you that right now, and we're like what, just over halfway through the game cycle. We got lucky here with a Fleming. I know we did have her Evo on the Chelsea card, but you know, this card doesn't look too bad to put into an Evo later down the line. She just won't have the chemistry. Her physical, there's the only thing that lacks. And we did use the Showdown upgrade on Mudryk just because I wanted to use Mudryk in the Evo squad for the longest time possible. Like, his 81 is still 81, and every single Evo that comes out, I always check if he's eligible, and he's never eligible just because of the pace that he has. So getting that Evo done was, you know, worth it. And here we are. Welcome to your thumbnail. We packed Drogba, which, you know, it's fantastic that we packed our Chelsea legend for our team. However, kind of upset because we already have a Drogba, which, you know, now that I think about it, I think winter wildcard icons are in here, so they literally avoided the winter wildcard Drogba to give us the normal Drogba, which I probably will not use as fodder because, you know, having two Drogbas, like, just I've never would have thought. Emilio here, so we literally have Emilio, Drogba, and Rooney so far, which in my opinion are all pretty decent options. Here we're gonna have England striker again. We're gonna have Wayne Rooney, which, you know, it's not too terrible considering it's the other version, but you know, it could have been worse, I guess, you know, for English. And we're gonna end it off here with the best icon, I think, out of the whole bunch. So thank you so much for watching, ladies and gentlemen. I will see you guys for the birthday episode. Peace.